with is SMD Pick and Place DIY Carousel. A bit of demonstration and chat. It's finished. And I've loaded it up. And I've got a bit of a better setup. Slightly better setup with the camera right over it. Okie dokie. Right. I'll try and keep this one short. So if it's too long, people will miss the info. They'll switch off, and it'll be later on. Normally, I get into the good stuff, and they're missing it. Basically, missing it. Right. I've just changed the mic a little bit, put a noise gate on it and a compressor. So when I don't talk, it should go almost silent. Okay, so I've got I made the on the carousel. Let me just take this one off a second. Right, probably the focus is gonna go nuts. Hang on. There's the one I made first. There you can see. There's no ball bearings in it to go to clicky, but there's swivel bearings in the middle, and they've got the various layers. But the problem I had is when it milled out, you can see it's a bit milky. The bottoms are you probably can't really see it from there. I mean, it's okay. They're alright. 10mm pockets. How many layers have I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers and a top. It's perfectly fine, but I wouldn't put very small stuff in it. I put in let me just put this back on. You get the focus back again. Now, this is the one I made after and redesigned it, and it's a bit smaller, not much smaller, just a bit smaller. But it does sit on there still, and I'm able to spin the bottom one. And you can see I've loaded it up, basically. I've just put this on. This will sit on its own. But I put it up there. As soon as I've made this bottom one, I might as well use it for storage. There's some stuff doesn't go in here. Like, I've got my resistors. You can't see it on there, can you? I'm a bit too far zoomed out. If I just move that around there like that, yeah, move it sideways. I've got my resistors here. They're 0802, 0802, is it 0804? I can't remember what it is now. But they look tiny. They look tiny even though they're 0804. So I've got some 220 ohm. They're ideal to go with LEDs fed from sort of 5 volts. Gives the right sort of voltage across the LED. And you've got some 4K7s. These are for the I2C pull-ups. I2C. Oh god, so many different terms. I2S, I2C, yeah. Pull-ups. Then I've got what do we go from then? 4K7. And I've got some hang on, I think I missed one. 220 ohms, 560 ohms, that's right. 560 ohms. This is for an RS485 to terminate an RS485 connection. These 220 ohms I normally use for LED current limiting on a 5 volt supply. You could probably go 12 volt with them as well. These ones are That's the RS square. That's the RS485 terminators, ender lines. This one here is 2K7, is it? No, 4K7. Those are the I squared C pull-ups. Yeah, I squared C pull-ups. And this one here is 10K resistor. And that's what, as high as I've got in resistors. It's mainly digital, so it's just pull-ups. That's just for pull-ups, input pull-ups and stuff. Okay. What else we got? I might as well have a look. Let's go around anti-clockwise. So we've got here little Scotty diodes. Just basically you can use them for reverse protection across your supply if you want to. I put it in on the other side of a polyfuse. Right, we've got some red LEDs. We've got some 500 milliamp resettable polyfuses. Two different types there actually. They're both, yeah. And we've got our 10-way JST-SH surface mount that I plug a Lalin display into. We've got the same thing again, JST-SH in a 4-way for stemmer QT. So when I say QT, it's really stemmer SH, isn't it? Anyway, and I've just shared the load. There's too many to fit in the pocket, so I've spread them around a bit. What we got here? I can't remember what that one is now. So right, let's bring it into clear focus. There you go. Can't remember what these ones are. Hang on, what am I doing wrong here? No. I need to put some markings on here because I can't actually see it. It's so clear you can't see it. Right, what am I doing? I'm getting a bit wild here with this. Hang on. I know what I'm doing. I got myself confused. Right, so I need to get back to... Yeah, I need to bring that over to the one that sees through it and then bring that round to there. Actually, let's start with the top layer. Let's finish off with the top layer. Let's go back to this top layer. Right, here we go. Let's get this round. Right, so yeah, I've got the Scotty diodes, polyfuses. Yeah, these are empty. These top ones are empty. I've got to find something else to go into there. Right, what else have we got here? Let's have a look. It's getting a bit all messed up here. Yeah, here we got some. Oh, that's the bottom. Anyway. Let's do the top first. Have I finished the top yet? No. Here we go. Hang on. Right, some more in the top here. Got some tantalum capacitors. They're not very much. I think they're 5 microfarad or something small. I wouldn't have bought 5 microfarad there, so I don't quite know what's going on there. Weird. I bought them a while back. Then we got some red LEDs. And then we've got some MOSFETs. High speed MOSFETs. Hang on, let's get them over there. They're the high speed MOSFETs. Oh, sticking to me to my tweezer. I must have a sticky tweezer. Don't want that. It's probably the yeah. It's probably when I what did I do? Yeah, I get flux on them. Solder flux, and you stick into it. Need to clean them off with some wipes. And we got what we got here now. Resistors, isn't it? Yeah. More resistors. Can't see it. There's some resistors. These are the 10Ks. Okay, so that's that one layer. Let's go to the second layer. Right, second layer here. No, that's not the second layer. Where is it? I've lost my second layer. Must be around there. No. What on earth have I done with my second layer? This takes a bit of getting used to, this does. Especially when I've put the extra... I need to put some marking. Here it is. What I need to do is this is the one that goes... No, I thought that was the one that goes straight through. No, it isn't. What else is going on? There you go. What have I done wrong there? Got to be, hasn't it? Surely. Oh. I know what I've done. Right. Oh yeah, I'm around. Hang on, I need to... This is so weird. I need to keep that where it is, and I need to move that one, that's it. Without tipping. I thought about adding another layer to this, and I thought, oh, hang on, I can't. I've added all the stuff to it. Right, that's it, yeah, it goes all the way through. Yeah. You can't see it from there. Hang on, let's get it over here so you can see it. Now this one, see that? I can go all the way through to the bottom of the table with that one, and if I spin it back a touch I can go into one of the pockets. Anyway, right, so let's get back to what we were doing. So let's just come back one. What have we got here? These are little SMD capacitors. These are a little bit smaller. I made a footprint there for them. So I can leave it like that, can't I? One, see that there? We're going to go there. That one. I could have gone the next size up. It's just to stop the brown out from the. Yeah, in case this little adapter here. Actually, let's get one of them out. Right, so these are, I forget what these are now. I forget what they call them. Let's just get one out here. Let's get one out. I was going to take these out of the bag, really. Right, so we've got here it's a little buck converter. It says it there, what it is. It's a mini 360 buck. So, can't remember which way around they go now. It's small, isn't it? Yeah, it tells you on the back. Tells you on the back which way they go. Hang on. If I can turn it over. Not that dexterous. You see that? I've turned the focus on to manual, sorry. So you got an in and an out, basically. So it'll go that way like that. That'll just sit on there like that. I've even drawn it out on the silk screen. You can't go far wrong. That goes there. And then you got your little excuse me, electrolytic surface mount capacitor. Goes on there. The other way around. Yeah, so just like that. Okay. Like that. This is a through hole, by the way. This is surface mount, so you wouldn't put that on. You'd put that on after, once you've done your surface mount stuff. Okay. So that's what I got, the little capacitor. Next one is... Oh, these are interesting. If I can grab one, there you go, they're only tiny. What they call down there? SOT 8 is it? Can't remember. Well, there's your little Fram IC. That sits on there like that. That's your little 8K or 256-bit by 1 or 8K if you divide it by 8. And that's your FRAM IC. It's very easy to use. It's the same one Adafruit use on their system. It's the same one. I think these are Fujitsu. Anyway, so that gives you, if you haven't got enough memory on your microcontroller, you know you've got a fair bit of memory anyway. It just gives you extra memory. I can't even turn that over. Let's put it back in there. So I've still got a few of them left. What else we got? Let's have a look. What else we got? Oh, you got the. I don't know if these are worth putting on or whether you should do them in discrete components. Really, you got your Octal Darlington driver here. I've always used this for years, even back in the 90s. It's ULN 2803A. It's basically an 8-way Darlington driver array. And it's got clamping diodes, and you can work off 3 volt 3 or 5 volt, or well, even yeah. So you're okay on that, and you've got a common that you can use to tie it to the rail, and it'll tie the internal diodes and things. So you basically takes up a little bit more space, right? But at least you got it all in one place, and you don't have to have auxiliary components. You don't need to limit if it's a transistor, you'd have to put a resistor in on the base. And then you'd have to add your clamp diodes if you're operating a relay, flywheel diodes, or back EMF diodes. So, and it just puts it all in one place. What I do with that as I go. One line goes to the relay. There's a little single pole changeover 5 volt relay there. So normally you'd have a diode across the coil, then you'd have a transistor, then you'd have a pull down to ground from the base, then you'd have a current limiter from the base going into the base. So you'd have another 3 items, so another 3 discrete devices. So that's this nice little self-contained unit there. Okay, so let's put that back. Okay, is that going to allow that to spin? Yeah, nearly. Alright, oh, you just got, can't see that, can you? Just got some more in the next socket. What have we got here? Nothing. Oh, we got some, I can't see it from this angle. What we got? Oh yeah. And we've got our little, I don't use this tactile switch on this one actually. This is used on my, what's that I use that on? I suppose you could put it there, really. It's a little tactile switch. I use it on my Wi-Fi module. Have I got a Wi-Fi module somewhere? Got one. What have I done with them all? Thought I had some left over. Imagine how they did. Wi-Fi module. Oh. Loads of them. Find a Wi-Fi module. Anyway, you've seen that before. Right, so that's the Wi-Fi module. There's a tactile button, we'll put that back. What else we got? More buttons, yeah. Just another load of bays for them. And then they've got back to the JSTs again. So what we'll do now is we'll go around to, and get to the second layer. That's the top layer, which is only a 5mm layer, that is. So let's spin it around. Yeah, we're back on there again. Right. Yeah, so we've got a 5mm layer. Now we want to grab the top 2 layers and push them round, and that'll get us to the bottom layer. Or have I already done the bottom layer? No, I've already done it. So I'm going insane. Yeah, I've already done the bottom layer. Yeah, I've already done it. Better be some more stuff though, isn't there? Oh yeah. It's alright, I've jumped the gun a bit. Yeah, hang on. Right, let's get back to this. Is it making you feel seasick? Right, so what we got here? Let's have a look. Oh yeah. We're not using them on this one, but we've got a little 3V 3 regulator. That was on the Wi-Fi module as well. Instead, we don't need that now because we're using a buck converter. It's more efficient than that anyway. Okay, what else we got? We've done that one. There's some more of them in there. Oh, these are good. Little PA817s, I think they call them. They're just just a general purpose opto isolator. And these I use on this. And just pop that on there like that. There's 3 of them. They're just opto isolators, that's all they are. There's 3 of them on that circuit board. Why do I use an opto isolator, you say? And is any opto isolator really isolated? Well, it's not really isolated, but I use them for 2 reasons. If you want to isolate correctly, really you've got to feed your input. My inputs come in here. They've got tamper, contact and exit. So what happens on this one, it goes, your 5V is supplied from the same, that's why I say it's not really isolated, because your 5V is coming in from the board, it's coming out of the board, and you're shorting that with one of these inputs, just like that. So if I was to short them 2 out, or them 2, or them 2, you're putting 5V to there, and it's going into the circuit. It's going through an indicator LED, which is just there, there, and there, and that's in series with the LED that's inside the opto isolator. So if that lights up, you know the one inside's going to be lit up. Yeah. And on the other side, you've got some pull-ups or pull-downs, can't quite remember now. And the good thing is, because it's isolated, it also acts as a logic level converter as well onto the 3V 3 inputs. So I'm putting 5V to illuminate the LEDs and into here to light these internal opto isolated LEDs up. And then that's activating the photo transistor, which is pulling down. I think it's pulling down, or was it pulling up? I'd have to check the schematic. But I think it's pulling down off a 10K, which then it goes, and it's 10K from a 3V 3. So it's not 5V. So these are logic level converters as well, and opto isolators. But if you want to truly isolate this circuit, where the input voltage or the other circuit you're power sending the signal from really should provide the power for this LED as well. But I'm putting it there. You'd have to common up with anyway. You'd have to bring both legs out. You'd need double the connectors, and then so you need a connector for each one. Unless you common, I suppose you could common up the same legs. And then is it isolated if you've commoned it up anyway? But I only use them because they're dead cheap, and it acts for 2 reasons, or 3 reasons. One reason, it does logic level conversion, and it does isolate it a little bit. And also you can put that on your spec to say it's opto-isolated. Doesn't mean a lot really. But I've seen other ways of doing it. I've seen people use Darlington drivers, or they use a single transistor and they use discrete components. But I'm trying to make this easy to build, so I don't have to spend, lots of little tiny components. It takes time. These are a bit quicker, and they're only cheap. They're not. I mean, they're quite cheap. Right. So what else have we got? Let's have a look. Sometimes if they stick up, you have to just move around a bit. That's it. Got more of them. More of them. Yeah, more of them. Yeah, more. Oh, back to the capacitors. More capacitors, same size. Yeah, so back to start again. Right. So that's the components in it. That's the components. Right, what can you say? What else can we say? So, yeah. Now the bottom one, you can't see it there, can you really? I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean, this one's got the ball bearings in it for locating. You can hear it clicking, I think, unless the noise gate's filtering it out. So that seems to work. The bottom one's on swivel, so it's quite wobbly. See, with this swivel bearings, look how you've only got to touch it, you've only got to breathe on it and it starts spinning. So it does need the bearings to lock it into place on that one. What I might have to do is take that bottom one apart and spread the bearings, the ball bearing springs on the old one. We're in the middle. These ones have brought them out to the edge. Much better idea. Okay, anyway, have I about covered it? Yeah, I've still got lots of other stuff here. I've got the piezo sounder. Obviously they're a bit bulky to put in a carousel. I've got loads of these buck converters. And there's some other stuff as well that doesn't really fit. I've got those 5,000 reels of resistors, so there's no way I'm going to empty 5,000 into there. So I've just offloaded quite a few for a while, and you still got to put them away, put the reels away. So you have to bring them out. It was just easy to buy them that way. Really, so that's why I bought them. So yeah, so the carousel project finished, really. I can't. Somebody said to me, why don't I off here mount some one of those articulated arms with the LEDs shining down, like they do on a USB microscope. Well, you could do, I suppose. You'd have to have it battery powered, and then you'd spin it round, and then they'd be in the way here. So I don't know. Anyway, so it's just one idea. What else did they say? Everyone's a designer. They've all got their ideas, but if you think about it, some of these ideas they won't work if you think about it. Right, yeah, I've got all my breadboards. Let me just show you some breadboards I've got. Everything's about to fall. So the ears. Oh, that fell. Well, I'll put it on here. I don't think focus on here. Yeah. So we've got on here. I started laying it out. So you've got the I was going to make the wooden cowl and mount all this to the cowl with the metal plates for the audio video intercom. But then, well, I'm still going to do that actually. What's happened to me? Little camera, it's gone a bit crooked. What's happened to me poor little camera? Gotta be careful. So I got the little microphone and the ESP32 cam. The Larlin TFT touch display that's plugged straight into the board. This is one of those boards that was made up. You can see the buck converter and all the other bits on it. This hasn't been put through an ultrasonic cleaner or anything, so it's still got the whatever flux residues left. You've got your stemmer connector and your opto isolators and your piezo programming button as well. So that's that. This is a bit deceiving, this one, because underneath the main CPU or the main microcontroller, I've got all logic level conversion as well going on. So I've got logic level conversion for the I2C and the readers. I've got an RFID reader port on here. I've learnt that if you buy an RFID reader, you put 12 volts on it to supply it. It regulates it down to 5 volt, and it's got internal pull-ups that pull up to the 5 volt. So if you try to interface that to a 3 volt 3, it'll still pull up to 5 volt. So your 3 volt 3 will be getting a 5 volt pull-up, and it won't like it. It won't be able to do when you send the code. If you put a proximity and it sends the code over, and if you put a token up to it, it fights against it. It didn't work. Hence this version. Hence that one. The tiny Pico. Now this one, I've made it so the RFID reader. Let's just get rid of that a minute. There's not much space on here. Yeah, the RFID reader, these are a bit dusty. They've been sat around for a couple of years now. So the RFID reader, I built it quick and I didn't build it onto a breadboard to test it. Bit of a mistake. But I didn't realise that it pulls it up on the RFID reader to 5 volt, and I thought it was done on the microcontroller side, but it isn't. So that's so I've had to build a logic level conversion in. So this one, it'll be okay to use on my system, but you can't put an RFID reader on it without some kind of conversion. Now this one's got it already on. This one's got it all. I can't see nothing, can you? So that one's already got it in. So this was a UPass KPV1. Same kind of idea as that one. But I've changed it from a tiny Pico, onboard tiny Pico, to just a Larlin D32. No, is it a DS? No, it's an ESP32 S, whatever it is. Can't remember now. Larlin V1.1 it is. That I picked by them for about £4.40, and these are like 20 quid for the carriage, so maybe they might come down. I don't know. It's hard to get silicon now, isn't it? Prices probably just go up. So I've only got 2 of them, and I had 10 blank boards made, so I've only populated 2. So there's that one. Might as well show you that. Let's get rid of that a minute. So this is the bit that's going to go on the intercom. Let's just get rid of that. Oh, I'll tell you what, before I get this other one out, I'll show you my other breadboard. Bit of a dusty one, this. Hang on, let's get this out. This is a bigger breadboard, but what have I got there? Where's that doing now? That's weird, isn't it? Oh, what's going on? Let me just move this out of the way a minute. That's better. I can't believe that little board was making it rock like that. Let me get rid of that. Right, so on here, we've got some mismatch of stuff here. There's your Lalin D32 Pro, and it's got a its own version of an OLED, a 128 by 64 OLED. That one, it plugs straight in. And that's where I got the idea for using their Lalin TFT display, which is that one, which plugs. You can plug it straight into there. See what I mean? Now, what I've done, I bought the leads off them and the screen off the Lalin store off AliExpress. Right, and that's what I've designed. I've followed it strictly, and I've wired my. What have I done with it? There it is. Oh, hang on. Yeah, so I've wired this one. I told you, didn't I? I've put a port on there exactly the same as this one, and it works as well. Couldn't believe it when it worked. Hang on, get a little battery. What have I done with that? Yeah. Never find anything. Right. What I need is a carousel for all my other bits. Right, now I need a little lead. Now have I got a lead out anywhere? Leads everywhere. Never find a lead when you want it, can you? Oh, what's this? Here's one. Now what I want is I just drop everything, sorry. Right. Yeah, so if you're using one of these, if you're using a power brick, right, on these Lalins, hang on, you're not seeing a lot here. Let me tell you what, let's get rid of this breadboard. Yeah, so if I'm using a power brick, let's get this next to it. Right, so that, can I do, yeah, I can do that. Right, so if I plug that directly into the Lalin, you can power all this up. Let's just plug that into there. Right, yeah, so it's going to boot up. Will it boot up? Yeah. Yeah, let's just turn it around a bit so you can see it. Right, so now with this long thin lead here, the Lalin, the cheap Lalin, it's only got a standard regulator. That regulator that's just there on the board, it's not a low dropout. So if you're not quite got 5 volts, if you've got a long thin lead and you haven't got your 5 volts, you've got something like 4.3 or 4.6, this could brown out. It could brown out and you'd have to reset it basically. So this is running my firmware, and it's a touch screen as well. I've still got I haven't peeled the sticker off. You got your touch screen. I don't know if you can see that. See, actually, I created touch buttons for the touch screen, and you can actually see that one clicking. Hang on, let's do it again. Ready? Here we go. So that button there is the same as shorting out exit on here. You do exit and 5 volt, it does the same thing. That one's, I think, is programmed up for the intercom. The one's a door contact. You won't see all that unless I run the software. Can I even run the software? Let's see. It might have connected to the network. This might have. Live demo. Good on the live demos. Oh yeah, we're on.
Engine 49 is now online.
Yeah. When I run my software, it starts talking to it. Let's have a look. Yeah. It's online. You can do things like open it, ping it. Yeah. So it's basically it's got a command and control protocol that talks. The software talks to each of the items. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I can do an intercom, but let's just try that one. There you go. You won't be able to see that till I share my screen with you. Hang on. Video capture, display capture. Oh, is it on? Maybe it is on. I've just got to turn off. Is it the screen there? Yeah. Yeah, so I have to turn that off. Hang on, let's just turn off. Get rid of the taskbar. That's it. Yeah, so there's the software. There's the UPass software. Is there any way I can show you this as well? I don't know if I'd have to create a mask out the black area, wouldn't I? I could make it opaque. Actually, will this do it? No, it won't. I've got an opaque setting on this. No, that's not going to do it. It's not on the same screen, is it? How about if I minimise it? Anyway, I'd have to swap back and forth. Well, hang on, let's just turn that off. Turn the camera on. So I'll press the intercom again. Ready? I'll switch this one off. Right. Yeah, so this is the form that opens up on the main software. As you can see, they've got no video, no audio. We've just got a call tone, but we have got the ability to unlock. You can see the icon over here changing when I click the padlock. And if I go back to the other screen, hang on, let's get rid of that one a minute. If I click the same padlock again, you can see the relay on there light up. Hang on, let's get that out of the way, the lead. Yeah, so that's just the green LED and the relay clicking. If I click on ping, you'll hear the buzzer there. And you can alter all the what have I done? Video capture. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So I'll close that down. You can alter the ping. So if you go into, I'll just go into here, go into settings, output 1. Oh, it's the relay, isn't it? Sounder, here we go. Oh, minimum feedback. If I go into you got configuration and settings. If I go to sounders, you got sounder time. It's 2. So 4 will equal 1 second. That's just 2. So I think it's probably defaulted to 0.1. Let's just put that back onto there. This will be most annoying now, probably. Right, let's give it a ping. Ready? Yeah. I don't know if my noise gate's filtering that out. So I leave it on 1. That's how easy it is to change the setting. Yeah, and you can change the egress time as well. If you go back over to this output, because you got only one output on this one. Well, there is 2 other outputs. but they're from the Darlington driver out. So you need to put your own relay on. You can set your impulse time and your disabled impulse time from there. It's on 4 for 1 second. If I click that, actually, if I make a call, hang on, let's just make a call. I'll just silence that, and if I do that, that's an impulse. If I do it from over here, it locks it open until you click it again, it toggles it. But this will be an impulse. That impulse time, it's whatever that's set to there. So if I change this to 8, which is 2 seconds. Let's see what we got now. Yeah. And you can go more, depends on what you want. Say 14. Won't be 14 seconds, it'll be 14 divided by 4. Because it's 4 to every second. I'll probably change that after, but right, let's try it now. So there you go. So that's your egress time. I'll just default it back again to make it quicker. Yeah, to half a second really. Yeah, that's quite quick. Right, you got your disabled impulse time as well. You can set that for any disabled users. Give them more time to get through. Okay, so there's that. Of course, you got your speech recognition as well. Oops, that one. You got your speech recognition. You can talk to UPass if you want. Say, UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:22 p.m.
Let's turn the volume up. UPass, set volume 6. Of course, it didn't hear me. This is a status. It says, it's still got what time is it? Why didn't you hear me, UPass? Right, UPass, set volume 6.
Speech volume set to 6.
Yeah, if I speak a bit weird or it does miss me. Why do you miss me, UPass? UPass, what time is it? UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:23 p.m.
UPass, set volume 5. Missed me again, haven't you? Why is that then? UPass, set volume 5.
Speech volume set to 4.
Okay, UPass, set volume 5. Are you lagging? Are you struggling trying to stream and stuff? Probably not. UPass, what time is it? UPass, what time is it? You're throwing a wobbler. If you ever want to do a demo and you want it to go wrong, just do a demo and live stream it. It's bound to happen. I think it's struggling a bit. UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:23 p.m.
UPass, set volume 5. UPass, set volume 5. What's going on, UPass? I know I've messed around with my microphone settings. Maybe it doesn't like it. UPass, set volume 5. Oh god, here we go. UPass, set volume 5. N15. UPass, set volume 5.
Speech volume set to 4.
You're lagging, aren't you? Doing some weird stuff today. UPass, set volume 5.
Speech volume set to 1.
I didn't say 1. UPass, set volume 5. UPass, set volume 5. Am I too loud? UPass, set volume 5.
Speech volume set to 5.
Yeah, I've altered the settings on it, maybe I've... UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:25 p.m.
UPass, what time is it? 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 Is it because I've clicked off here? Hang on. UPass, what time is it?
The time is 9:25 p.m.
Right, okay. When I get off the live stream later, UPass, I'm gonna open up your source code. Nah, it's not that. It's because I'm trying to stream and everything at once. It's trying to communicate with loads of stuff that isn't communicating. See all that? Anyway, right. So let's go back. So we've got that there. What about one of these watches? Put a watch on, couldn't we? I nearly bought a mannequin the weekend. There was a mannequin on the car boot sale, and it was a female mannequin. Well, if there is such a thing as a female mannequin, it looked like a female anyway. So, what I wanted the arms basically. So I got these two TT Go T watches. I have to leave them on the table. So what I wanted to do was just put them on the arms and then have the dummy or the mannequin standing behind me with their arms like that, and then I could ping them, make them light up and that. Oh, that's crazy. Let's switch these on. See if they come on. They're going to come on, or they're dead flat. I'm sure I charged them up a while back. Let's try that one again. Oh, that one's on. I need to reverse my picture.
Engine 45 is now online.
Yeah, that's okay. So is this one dead flat, or am I just not doing it right? Hang on. Oh, that must have gone flat. That one, I need to shoot charged up. Okay, hang on, I'll try it again. Try it one more time. No, it's gone flat, that one. That's the V. Yeah, the V1 is charged up still, and the V3 is flat. Anyway, that's okay. I put the V3 down for a bit. So this one, she's got two that are online now. You got Engine 45's online, so there's two that are online there. Just expand that. So you got the two that's showing the time. It's the same as what's on here. I don't know if you can focus that. Will that focus? Not really. So anyway, let's make a call, an intercom call with it. Ready? Here we go. That's not the one. Hang on, let's try the next one. Maybe I didn't program that one. There it is. Oh, that's noisy. Yeah, so intercom call from engine 45. So that's that one. And then you can unlock and do different things. So we've got to get this. We've got to get this. I'm going to turn this off now. Let's turn it off. Hang on. People like their smartwatches. They like if you mess around with smartwatches, everyone likes it. I don't know why. I see there's a new TT Go T display. Sorry, no, TT Go T watch 2021.
Engine 45 is offline.
I know, because I just switched it off. That's why. Yeah, so I see they've got a new one. It's a different shape. It's a round one, and it's got buttons, 4 buttons on the sides as well. It's not that. It's only about 30 quid. I don't know where to get it. It hasn't got camera. I think it's got an accelerometer on it and something else. So maybe GPS. So it might be interesting to get one. I've seen it today on AliExpress. Right, anyway, where did I get to? Can't remember. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. I was going to shut this down. shut that down.
Thank you for using UPass.
No problem. And I'm gonna have to make this. Well, I don't know if it's open source or what. GP, instead of it being copyright, it's going to be GPL. But change the license to GPL. So people can just distribute it when they want. Right, so we're going to show you the model, won't I? In case you haven't seen it already. What went there? Right, so I'm just going to bring up the model. I've got the wood. I've been busy on the carousel, so I haven't been. Hang on, where is it? Ball station. Why can't I find? Right, okay, what was that? Oh yeah, I was doing the. Yeah, I was doing the aluminium plates, wasn't I? Hang on. So I've actually gone off my recent list here, so I'm going to have to go and search for this. Right, where did I put it? SketchUp. Where are we? Call station. There it is. Okay, so this is the call station that all that equipment's going to go into. I know I showed you before on other, but some of it was like an hour and a half into it, so you may have missed it. So I'm trying to. How long has this gone into it now? It's nearly an hour now, so you could have probably missed this one as well. Let's go on to X-ray. Right, so you got your X-ray one on here. No, you can't see it, can you? Let's go off X-ray. Let's hide the plates. So get rid of the plates and the polycarbonate because it's making it not clear. What did I call it? Poly sheet. Yeah. Right, so poly sheets are gone. So there's my circuit board that's here. This one. That's one that sits in there upside down. Okay, it's connected to. Hang on, let's get rid of that a minute. That's it there. It'll be connected. And if you think it's just a board, it is the actual model. It's a model of it. Oh God, getting in there. Oh dear. I can't see it. Oh dear. Oh my God. Hang on, can I do that? Yeah, here it is. So there's all the electronic bits on it. Right, so that's the board. Oh God, what have I done? Right, here we go. So these will screw to the polycarbonate, which is there. Okay, and the polycarbonate sits in this recess, and then the aluminium sits. Wrong one. The aluminium sits. That's the wrong one as well, isn't it? Hang on. That's it. Yeah, so the aluminium sits above it. So you've got your polycarbonate. Wrong one. Polycarbonate and your aluminium sits on top. And you've even got on top of that your reader. If I remember where I put it. RFID reader. Yeah. So you got one of these all singing, dancing RFID readers. Okay, so that's that bit. Let's get rid of that and that. Okay, so that sits in there on its own. And then you got your tunnel for your wires. Comes through to this side. And you got your Larlin TFT screen that wires straight to this. And you got your button, illuminated push button, and your speaker, Mylar speaker, and you got your ESP32 cam there, and you got your I2S microphone. Okay, so this ESP32 will handle the video and the audio. When I've got to design this little motherboard that connects the two up with some logic and connectors and things so I can get power. And so that's what I've got to be developing soon, with that main software again. So that is the idea. So this one will take care of the TFT screen and all the inputs from here, and the outputs. The software can activate relays. The inputs can trigger a call, and this will then, as soon as it initiates a call, it'll tell this equipment here to switch the camera on or switch the audio on. You know, it'll tell it when. This will send a command to this to tell it to switch on. Now, your main software could do it. Once this makes a call, the main software could then request this to switch on. But I think I want to do it more direct than that. So I've got to. This is the bit that's done. We've got to sort this bit out. I've seen people who've there's some people on YouTube who've set up already got the microphone buffered. They record, sending audio and they're sending video. There's some examples already out there. So I'm not bothered about streaming live video through this. If I can get a picture for when I'm working on it, if I can get live streaming audio and a frame rate of 1 picture a second, I'll be happy at that. But most of the time when I try to do something, it always exceeds my expectations. So I won't be surprised if we can get a few more out of it. Now, I know people try and do loads. It's not designed to be a digital video recorder or a network video recorder, although you can capture the pictures. It's just got to show you who's there, really. I mean, once you can hear their voice, if it's an intercom, this is the desktop cal on the reception area, right? So once you've made the call and you can hear their live audio, you really only want a photograph of them, really. You don't need to see them speaking and animations going on. But I think, like I said, I'll be happy with 1 frame a second. Or it'd be just like a photograph, take your photo and then show it. But I think we'll be able to do better with it. We'll be able to do better. It's only low res as well. You only want, for an intercom, you don't want too much high res. But so that's what I've got to do yet. I've got an example, the normal example that you can see. Everyone's got it. It's the ESP32 cam example in I think it's Arduino IDE, and then you've got basically some settings you can adjust, and you have to physically switch the camera on, switch it off, and that kind of stuff. I think you can save a picture and stuff like that, probably. So I'm going to strip all that. I'm not going to use all that settings as you saw there. I'll be using my own settings from here. So
Welcome to UPass.
I'll just be
Engine 49 is now online.
Yeah, I'll just be using the settings from here. When I go into the configuration here, I'll just tell it that you can tell it's got certain things like, so you've got audio, you can go here. That's for analog side of it, my audio input. You've got camera. Has camera? It says no. You can say it's got yes, camera. And then you go down to set speaker. Has a speaker? Yes or no? And this is how you configure it. And once you've configured certain things here, video. My video input, yeah, this is going back to when it was switching, analog switching. Okay, so this configuration here, wherever you set that, it shows up more stuff on the settings. So as soon as you said it's got a speaker, it's got a microphone, you'll have a new parameter here that'll let you adjust the microphone settings. You know, you'll be able to go into this'll say microphone or speaker. You'll be able to set the volume and the duration, the timeout. You know, because if it's an intercom, you'll want it to switch off automatically after so many seconds. You can disable buttons and all sorts. You know, you could stop people playing silly buggers. Kids pressing it after the middle of the night and all that stuff. You can shut the button off. Do whatever you want to do. That's just telling me the time zones are out and the tokens aren't matched. That's normal. Okay. That's solo mode, that was. Yeah, so let's get off this a minute. So I've got the infrastructure in there.
Thank you for using UPass.
No worries. Yeah. So you see, I got a lot of progress. But what I wanted to do, because at the minute it's all in. Hang on, let's get rid of the desktop a minute. Oop, hang on, wrong way around. See, on my let's get this one back. So if I'm trying to work off a breadboard like this, it's going to take a few months to develop this camera, to get this camera and the audio doing exactly what I want. And I don't want to. You can progress with this. Actually, that fell off. That should have been there. Should have been plugged into that one over there. Yeah, I've been messing around. But I don't want to work with this breadboard anymore. So what I've done, I've decided just to make. Let's get rid of that. Man. I've got the wood. I'm going to CNC this exact cowl out, and with a polycarbonate sheet I'm going to mount all the equipment. I've got the studs and everything to the polycarbonate sheet. So I've got to mill out the polycarbonate sheet with all these pilot holes so that it all fits exactly right, and then clamp all the speaker to it and everything. And once it's all in place, I'll make a couple of these probably, because I'll need to be able to talk to each other as well as talk to the main software. And it's basically, this is the same one, whether it's an internal one. Did I have the internal one on here? I don't know if I had it on this one. I did. Wall mount cowl. Oh yeah, go on. Top aluminium. I can't remember. It's been a while since I was into this. Anyway, I've got a different version that wall mounts. It's basically that there without this wedge shape. It's made out of aluminium to go like that onto a wall like that. So you fasten that to a wall, but it's the same idea. So the desktop cowl and the wall mount intercom, they're both exactly the same electronics, just a different setup. That button they'll call from outside. They'll press that button. It'll call this, and then when you see them on here, it'll show the camera will switch on. You'll see them on here. You'll be able to talk to them, and if you want to let them in, you can press that button there. And if you hang on, where's that other one gone? Right, RFID reader. Now this one here. If it's a desktop, it's basically a desktop reader, so you'll be able to program your fobs from here. You'll be able to use this to program your fobs. So it doubles up as well to enable you to use the intercom if you want it to, but there's probably no need for that. So that's that's that side of it. So, and then you can go to the main software. Right.
Welcome to UPass.
Yes, you go to the main.
Engine 49 is now online.
You go to the main software. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, your fobs. So in this, you've got your tokens. As I say, fob token, same thing. You've got token management window, so you can open up this, and I call it's token management, but you can gather tokens, send tokens, broadcast them. So basically, your controller here, this controller with the reader on it, you can set it up so it learns the tokens at the same time as operating a relay if you want to, or not. So let's get rid of that. If I go into, this is your basic screen, saying the engine is reported as full of tokens. It hasn't really. That's because it's default value. So I'll go into here, set 0. Right, so you get a little confirmation beep off it. If I request the total, it says engine report has 0 tokens. So I can go then. I can go and import some tokens if I want to. Import a file. Let's just get that many. There you go. Right, so this is it's an XML list. So you can retrieve these off the engine. So what I'll do is I'll send it to it. There's no reader on there, but it doesn't matter. Right, so I'm going to send this token. Sometimes you have to alter this delay if it's not sending them. I'll just put it about there. Right, so I'm going to send this. We can't send it from there. If you want to send it, you've got to take it to the merge. So you've got to click on merge. Right, it's copied the imported list over to the merge list. Now from the merge list, you're able to send it to the controller. There you go. It's starting to send them. So it's just sending them one by one. It uses the same command and control protocol. It's only, the packet length is only 14 bytes long. So every time it sends one, it's sending a packet, single packet. It's handshaking with it, and the controller has to acknowledge that it's saved it. It sends back a confirmation, then it goes on to the next one. If it didn't get the packet, this will just retry. It'll keep on trying to send it till you cancel it. Basically it.
Send complete.
Okay, so it sent the 61 tokens. So request total says 61 tokens. Yeah. Okay. You can merge them as well. You can do things like merge them, and if any duplicates, it'll leave out. So pretty good. You could set a few of these readers around the place, different sites or whatever, and you can learn the tokens. And if there's any duplicate ones that have gone in off different controllers, got the same one, it'll just leave them out. It's clever enough to know that. So we've done that. Now what we can do is we can go to engine and we can gather the tokens it's got. So I'll click that now, and it starts reading them in. This is out of the memory on the controller. So it's just done a reboot now. Just done a brownout on me. So it's rebooted, but as soon as it starts up and connects back to the network, without touching anything, it's carrying on. See how it's carrying on? It's because it's got so far up the list, didn't get a response, so it's trying to retry. So as soon as it gets back online, it'll carry on going. That's what I was on about earlier with the off a battery pack. Thin lead, it'll brown out.
Gather complete.
I've got to put a bigger capacitor on it. I've got the capacitors in there. I haven't put them in. Right, so it's got these 61 tokens. What else can you do? So you can gather. You can save them now. Once you've gathered them, I can save them. I'll just go export the file. Right, and now it's going to export this gathered list, and I've already got them, so you just click that, click save, and then you'll have a list, and then you can take that to another computer or whatever, or use that on a different reader, different controller. So there is that. What else does it? Yeah, you can send these to the site as well, because the site is here. I've called this one Denmark. Right, so this is if you go into the site database, this is everything with UPass is multiple capability. So you got multiple sites. You can just switch very easily. You've got automatic backup, so just click on that and go back up the site. I didn't automate it, but you can tell in the script when you close the program, it'll automatically back it up if you tick the box. So you've got that, and you can click restore backups. You can create more backups. It should just do 5, I think it does, and it starts overlapping. You can restore a backup. Click on that and go restore. So if before you make any changes, if you make a backup before you make changes, and if it goes wrong, if you mess with the settings, it goes wrong, you can just bring it back and restore it. You've got multiple databases as well. Sites. So the site is the database. You can import engines, users, and tokens from one database to another. That's pretty handy. Loaded site, and it tells you the default loaded site as well. You can unset the default site, and it's showing it's connected at the minute. Unconnect it. You want to unconnect it, which whatever reason. Right, so there's that. You've got parameter management. This is if you want to copy the controller settings. Now the database has got the settings. If you had a new one when you started and you put it in, it'll all be up to date. But if someone lends you one of theirs, or you take some software to another site someone else has set up, it's possible to open the param gatherer, param management, and you should be able to. It's got all the default parameters in there. And you should be able to gather the parameters. So it's asking the controller for all its parameters it's got stored. So you've got configuration parameters. There's 2 lots of parameters: configuration and settings. Now, configuration is sets the mode of operation for the device, and then the settings is the actual parameters that go with those configurations. And it'll just read the values in, and then again you can save and export that and retrieve it. So it's once you've got a good working controller, don't have to worry too much about it, if you've got all the settings right, or someone else can program one and send you the file already set up, and you can just save it and send it to someone, and they can import it. So you don't have to be there, or you could remote control a computer and do it. And you can factory reset the settings, or reset the whole thing if you ever mess it up totally. So you can do the same with that, merge and all the rest of it. Send to site, yeah. So you can send your parameters to site, or you can compare the parameters. It'll compare the engine's parameters against the site's parameters. So you've got all that as well there. So, it's got all the built-in help. Yeah, you've got, if you go on to information, you get a full size screen, and you can just go through some of the help, some of the info if you want to work out different things. That's one kind of help. Then you've got another one here, which is site management. This is all about the site. Because this panel here is all to do with the site. Tells you what kind of communication you got on, whether you got webcams, capture cards, microphones, USB or wireless or Ethernet. Detect engines, change the site database, log off and stuff. Shows you the current database. Gives you all these parameters here as well. Different things. What else? Yeah, so that's the information for the site. It tells you all about the site. Hopefully. Software info, buttons, advanced buttons, that kind of stuff. And then you've got another info in the engine itself, which is defaulting to the first type. Got to do a bit of work on this and add the new controllers to it, and change the get the version numbers so it knows which one it's talking to. But I have made them all default. They're based off this one. They've just got less or more items. And you can have wiring diagram, features, roadmap. So there's that. And there was one other one. Yeah, I think it's on. Yeah, you can expand this to a full size screen, which gives you event log, top events, a bit like YouTube events, or people leaving comments. You can have top events, and you've got help here, and you can go onto voice commands. This will give you, tells you all about the voice command. Your status bar tells you your volume level is 9. Your confidence level, you can set that. If you find it's picking up someone's voice in the room or activate, you can lower the confidence level. It has to be more raise it. Raise the confidence level so it has to be more precisely matching to activate. That's your conference threshold, yeah. That's your current conference level. So when I speak, you'll see that change. I can show you actually. And it has to get over this level before it'll try to work out whether you've actually said something that it's got in its ability to answer to, you know. So there's that. What else? It's just a bit about the command structure and different commands supported. This will keep getting higher. I mean, you can open a relay, close a relay, ping, reboot, set time, expand. You can do a lot. There's a lot of stuff I forgot to say. I've only really asked the time. What time is it? Disable, enable voice commands. Run a script. I haven't showed you the scripts yet. You can run scripts. Run a demo. Set skin. Set the volume. Collapse the rack. Do some other stuff, and there's loads more I could put in. So if I there's that. That's the kind of help there. You got some general information. I click that. Oh, it'll just show you that. If you go about
PLC's Ultra Connect with UPass. Copyright 2012 to 2020.
It's a bit out of date. Yeah, a bit out of date there.
All rights reserved.
Yeah, it's a bit out. Got to update that. They have a website called RG PLC with all the information on how to use all the various bits. But I've just let it lax, and I've going to put it all onto the main viewpassltd.co.uk website.
Installation details.
Yeah, you can have installation details for wherever you set it up. Let's get rid of that a minute. Site details and all that kind of stuff, you can edit it there. Scripts, here's the scripts. You can get scripts from either over here, script management, or you can launch them off this tree view. That's my favourite one.
Greetings, Professor Felton. Excellent.
Yes, I like that one.
Can you explain the removal of your user account on June 23rd, 1973? Shall we play a game? How about global thermonuclear war? Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess? How about a nice game of chess? Fine.
Yeah, it's just because with the scripts, shall I open the scripts? Yeah, this is a script management form, and it uses it's based off loosely based off Amstrad Basic, Amstrad CPC Basic, basically, but no pun intended. Right, so you can let's just start a new script. Let's just do a new one. Why not? Here we go. So we're going to do a new script. We'll call it Carousel, even though it's got much to do with a carousel. Right, so this is the imagine the only thing difference is the yellow writing on the Amstrad. I put white on. I don't know. Didn't look too good. It looks better on Amstrad in yellow, but on this window it looks better in white. So this is basically a command line script sort of thing, like a command prompt sort of. You can enter commands directly. You can say do things like question mark, and it'll give you a list of commands. And you can do things like say. So just go say hello viewers. See what that does. Ready?
Hello viewers.
Bit quiet, isn't it? Let's UPass set volume 6. Hang on, is that going to even do that? Let me just go back to that. UPass set volume 6. UPass set volume 6.
Speech volume set to 6.
Thank you. Right. Okay. Back to the script. Where are you? Whoops. Right. So anyway, I can just press the down arrow and say it again.
Hello viewers.
And you can play MP3s. I can do a DIR and play an MP3 file if I want to. Just doing it. Just making sure I'm still streaming. Yeah. Yeah. So there's your directory. So say if I want to, hang on, let's find one of the examples. I'm in the basic folder. I've got to do a cd no cd folder is UPass programs. I've got to actually change to UPass. How do I do that now? What's it called? UPass MP3s, isn't it? Yeah, so I haven't done this for a while. I don't remember what it goes now. CD UC sounds. Let's try that. Oh, it says folder set to sound, so I'll do a directory. I've been writing this program for 10 years or more. So yeah, it is all the wave sounds. It does MP3 and waves. So so you could say bidding wave. So if I go down to here, I'm just gonna go play bidding dot wave. Ready? See what it does.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Yeah. So if you can play, you can do. Let's just do play a game. I wonder if can I copy that here? Yeah, that'll be better, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's copy that. So I'll do play. There you go. That saves it.
Shall we play a game?
You get the idea. So now you want to write a script. You just got to go something like this. 10. Now I can set the tick rate. The tick rate is the amount of time it takes to execute an instruction and move to the next. So it's in milliseconds. So I'll do a tick every 1 second. It'll execute one line of code. So you got 20. I'm going to say hello and welcome to UPass. Now let's take that off. Carousel project. Okay. So we'll keep that there. Now we'll go 30 and we'll say play. Let's choose one. What we're going to play. Side, strange. Here we go. I like that one. Right, so we're going to do that one. Now we want a bit of a delay, so we'll go 25 delay. We'll delay 3. Delay 3. Okay, then we'll go 35 delay 3, and I will do 40. Say starting all over again. Okay. Then we'll do 45, go to 20. I'll do a list on that. Yeah, so we've got, just make it there, tick, say that, do that, yeah. We can just save that. Save carousel base. You can either run it from there or you can run it from the script manager. I'll just run it from here. Run. It's a bit like the old CPC. Same kind of idea with a lot less commands though.
Hello and welcome to Carousel Project. Starting all over again. Hello and welcome to Carousel Project.
You saw what happened there, didn't you? It started saying it beat the 30, the delay wasn't long enough, so if I just go 35, delay, let's delay 5, and do a list, and it's changed it, and do a save, and do a run. Try again.
Hello and welcome to Carousel Project. Starting all over again. Hello and welcome to Carousel Project.
I missed one out, didn't I? I missed one out. It needs a pause. So 42. Delay. 3. Save. This is basically the way I used to program in BASIC years ago, but there's not all the basic commands. If I do question mark, it's only got 46 commands. So, what does about do? Let's go question mark A. Didn't like that. Okay, question mark about. Oh, what's it doing? It's just showing this, isn't it? Yeah. It tells you what the commands are. So if you do that, it's showing you the commands. So you got about advance. That's to do with the clock on the controller. It'll change the clock. You can tell a clock on one of the controllers, the real-time clock, to advance in time. Change the directory, close, clear the screen, do a delay, delete. Delete, you can basically delete a file. So do a echo. Echo your command to the screen. Engine command, you can issue a command to an engine. Engine status, get the status. Engine view, I don't know what that is, I can't remember that now. Engine view. There's some abbreviations as well, I don't know if... Hang on. Question mark, EV. No, I didn't like that, so question mark. Engine view. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Can't remember engine view. That's what I was looking at. And you can exit this screen as well. If you type exit, it'll close this window down. File name. You can change the name of the file name. Flyouts. Yeah, you can program. This interacts. This does with the this screen here. These flyouts. So I can actually. Well, it's actually running the script when it's playing this. So you can make your own information and intros and all sorts. Like, yeah, it's crazy, really. Hang on, I've actually got stuck now. Right, so let's go there. Oh, I can't get my thing back. Right, let's get back to here. Right, what else are we going to do? Flyer impulse. You can impulse a relay list, load, login. Now this login's pretty good, isn't it? I've got to do the login. Ready? Login. Okay, if I can remember it. Falcons Maze. Is that Maze? Falcons Maze. Is that going to do it? Or is it going to...
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
Right, so it's put a red board around. So it's given me super user access. I think. Greetings, Professor Falcon. Right, so with this you've got some extra commands probably. I can't remember. So if I log out. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm a bit of a War Games fan. Right, what else can you do? Yeah, you can do login, logo opacity. Logo opacity. What was that for? I can't remember some of this stuff. Log out, logo opacity. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry.
Ending 0.
Okay. Play up if you like. Right, yeah, so the logo. See this logo here? It sets the opacity of it. So, I don't think I need that anymore, but what it was before, I used to have the writing come on here, and you couldn't see it with the logo, so I made the opacity go into the background. Anyway, log out, module command, module status, new, online, open, packet, you can change packets address, ping controllers, plays in the play, print, reboot controllers, retard the time, the real-time clock, run a script, so you can run a script from a script. It was quite interesting. So you can have, in your line of code, when you go list, you can say 46 run, and then another. You know, I could actually let's do a list. So if I do, yeah, I'll do 46. Oh, I'll keep running this while I run another script. So I'll do 43, and I'll go run war games dot base. Will that do it? Don't know if it's a big W or not. I can't remember. Let's just try it. So save list. Yeah, let's just try it. Ready? See what happens.
Hello and welcome to Carousel Project. Starting all over again.
No, I didn't like that, did it?
Starting all over again.
Right, didn't like that. No, have I spelt it wrong? Right, so 43. Maybe it's in the wrong directory now. That's what it was. So 43, run. Oh no, it's a script, isn't it? Run. It's not run's not the right command. It should be run script. Run script. Yeah. Let's try it again. War games dot base. I don't think you have to put the base in. Right. So let's save and run. See what happens.
Hello and welcome to Carousel Project. Starting all over again. Hello and welcome to Carousel Project.
Oh, there you go.
Starting all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Hello
running.
and welcome to Carousel Project. Starting all over again.
Tell you what, let's stop the.
Shall we play a game?
What that did, because it was in a loop. Is it going to stop, I wonder? Yeah, because I think it ran a few. Is it going to stop? It's basically in the loop, that's right. So it ran a few times, so it launched it over and over again. Because you can run multiple scripts at the same time. So, and the other way to run the script, let me just get rid of this a minute. That shouldn't be 2 X's, by the way. That should be, I don't know, I'll probably save. I'll get rid of one then. So if you go into the scripts, where's the scripts gone? Scripts, where are you? There you go. This is, yeah, scripts. So if you go down to, you find the War Games one. There's that carousel. You could run that. And if you don't want to run it in a loop, you just get rid of the return. So just go here. Get rid of 45. So just 45 like that. List. And you'll see it's. If I save it, it'll only run it once now. So basically, if I run that now, there, you see it's.
Hello and welcome to Carousel Project.
It's telling you it's running that. So it's doing text to speech.
Starting all over again.
And it's playing an MP3. And it's playing another script full of MP3s and waves. But you're not finished there if you don't want to.
Shall we play a game?
How about global thermonuclear war?
Wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess?
Is that it? Yeah. So it's run it, but it's finished. It says it's running now. Why does it say it's running? I thought. Oh no, I didn't put an exit on it. That's why. So it's. I'll have to change that when it gets its last instruction. It shut itself off. But what you can do is you can run it more than once. You could. It's probably not the best one to show you. Let's just find war games. Let's stop that. War games. There we go. So if I run war games, play it, and if I wait a few seconds and run it again, I get 2. And if I wait a few seconds and run it again, it gets a bit crazy. Yeah, I know. Right. And you can stop them individually, and yeah. So anyway, that's some of that. It's mad, yeah, I know. So I think I disabled the ability to launch a script, to run a script from a voice command just while I was developing it. I have to re-enable it. You can basically run a script. You can't say run war games. You have to number them. I don't know how you do it actually. I think I have to give it a number. I think it fits into a slot, and you have to say run slot. Run script 0, as in slot 0. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. That's your script inside of it. That's pretty handy. The scripting is. Because all this is going on, it's still communicating with the engine. Is there anything else on here? I suppose I should show you the user stuff, really. Go into users from there, or you can go to the big screen and go on to users. New user, or select a user. I've got a few users on here. Let's go on to Joe Blogs. Here we got Joe Blogs. Alright, no picture for Joe Blogs. Now, I don't think it's going to let me use the camera because I've already run the program and it's in use. It's not like the microphone where it just won't show if it's already been used, like in recording software, OBS. Won't let you have it. But you could go to here normally, and this would be your webcam if you've assigned it, and you can capture a picture. I think you can bring pictures in, browse through photo. Anyway, I showed you that before anyway. So you can assign tokens, unassign, update, or ban token. You've got tokens, vehicle registrations, associate users, and so on and so forth. And you've got your profile for the user, whether they're disabled or anything. If they're disabled in some way, it'll automatically apply the disabled egress time and things like that. This goes on and on and on, this does. You've got the address, website, and you can even put in a vehicle. So you could capture one at a camera, or put registration straight in. If you go onto vehicles, you could assign a number plate. So if you want to do number plate recognition and that kind of stuff. Restrictions. This is where the good bit happens. Now, a lot of access control systems, they all they do is operate a relay. Mine goes a little bit further. You can assign to a token an access group, and you can assign a function and validity. So access group, I haven't showed you that yet, so I'll show that later on. Function. So default function is 1, which is impulse 1, which is when you swipe, if it's valid, it'll impulse relay 1 for the egress time, set for output 1. You can toggle this. So, see this one here, this one there's a token already in this, see that there? Oh, it's a registration number, hang on. Let me go back to that. So there's not one in here at the minute. I haven't got the reader set up. I said I'd get this set up, and I haven't got it set up. I haven't got it wired up. So it'll impulse relay 2 if you assign that token, and you can change to anti-passback. That's a relay. That's a 30-second anti-passback. So you can't use it again without waiting 30 seconds. Stops you passing it back to someone else. And that's relay 2 anti-passback. Then you got extended egress time. So you can set if it's. This is how you get a disabled user on it. It gives you an extended egress time. Uses the output second disabled egress time on that one. And that impulses the other relay. There's 2 relays on some of the boards. This is a super user. I can assign a user as a super user, which it doesn't record any events in the event log. Although it does do, but it doesn't show the operator. So boss doesn't want to be tracked. Not tracked. And you've got a conference. So you can set your token, it activates a conference in the room. So anyone else who's normally allowed in that room won't be allowed in unless they're part of the conference. Toggle 1, so if you wanted to keep the door open, so if you wanted a function on and you didn't want the door to lock itself after you'd got in, you could toggle it and toggle it open, toggle it back again. So basically keep everyone else out who hasn't got. If you're a maintenance guy, you just want to leave the door open. You can just go on to toggle it open with a special function card, special token. Toggle relay 2, and then you got switches the camera number set in my camera. So you basically can swipe and it'll switch a camera on. Don't know what for, but it's just there. And then you got the other one. You can actually call reception, or you can actually do a refuge call to reception from a token swipe. So there. And then you can bar it, no access at all. Yeah. Okay, so that's that bit. Spare. You got membership if you're a part of a club. Got subscription period, grace period, subscription amount paid, paid date, all this kind of stuff. Right, and it goes on and on and on. Access group and time zones. Right. So there's that. What else you got? Your engines are your doors, basically. Here's your engines, same as the list here. You can do things like reboot, unlock, open, change the tokens, got toggle relay 1, check if it's online, that kind of stuff. You got reports as well. You can do a roll call. Basically, just give you a form that you can print out, and it just tells you who's used UPass today, kind of thing, or who's in. Okay, you can see what time zones are programmed in. You haven't got any extra time zones, just the default ones. Timesheet, could use it on a timesheet. I don't know if I've it. Timesheet report, yeah, I haven't actually implemented it yet, but get the idea. You can have it's a bit like clocking in and out with it, same thing. Use it for clocking in and out if you want to. So I haven't shown you the time zone yet. So we can go on to, you can have a new time zone or select, there's a predefined one that won't let you in at all. Another one that gives you access to everything all day, every day kind of thing. Or working hours. I go into working hours. You can edit this one, or you can just add a new one. Probably leave that one as it is. Let's just go on to a new time zone. We're going to call it Carousel time zone. Carousel. Okay, so we've got a new time zone here. Blank. So, you know what to do on this. It's easy, isn't it? So, you've got 12 hours in the morning, 12 hours at night. So, AM, PM, as in here, AM, PM. So, if I say if I want to allow users to, or if I want a door to be open, or I want to allow users to be able to use their swipe on a certain door, well, this won't do the door, that comes in under the access groups. But this time zone, you create your time zone first. So they come in at 8 o'clock. So they come in at 8 o'clock and they go, that's Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Saturday, yeah, they might come in Saturday. And they work until 5 o'clock. Okay. So it's very quick to add a new one. They don't work on the afternoon on Sunday. They're all having double time on a Sunday, so definitely they might want to come in. And they won't want to start early, so they start them at 9 o'clock. And they want to get home for their lunch, so that's it. Okay. So, I mean, you can click on here and it'll show you, you can alter the segment duration here if you want to. You know, see if I see that it's altering that one there. And now my system doesn't use. It does it to the nearest 15 minutes. So you got one click gives you 15 minutes period. So if you want to open for 8 o'clock, nobody ever wants to open. Say if you start work at 8, you don't want the door to be unlocked at 8. You need it to be unlocked before 8 o'clock. So hence quarter to 8 or quarter to 8, yeah, or 7:30. Give them half an hour. So you never want it to be on time. So I've just left it like this. I mean, most time stuff, unlock something or allow access, 15-minute period either way, nobody's going to really bother about. So it's not, you know, I've done it this way. It's just because each one of these 15-minute segments, I've called them segments of time. So you can click anywhere in here, and you can reduce it down to a single segment. That's as far as you can go, which is 15 minutes. You know, and then you can move it around. I'll just make it wider so it's easier to drag. Can't drag that very easy. So you just move it around like that. So there's your segment of time, and it stores that as actual bit in the memory to save space in the memory. Imagine I'm not storing dates and times, I'm storing segments on and off times. I'm storing bits like up to there you'll have 0 in the memory. Here you'll have a bit set 1, you know, high. So do it that way so you can go on and off, and you can have an on action and an off action. So, you know, you can do more with it basically. Anyway, there's that. And if you save that, let's save it. Excuse me. Now you can see it's broadcasting these time zones to all the controllers. Yeah. Did it go? Didn't hear a peep from it. We can soon find out. So we'll go engine integrity. Oh, it's just got the information there, yeah. Right, so it's saying the time zone is good. Yeah, the token is not good. Because I've actually got some tokens in there, have I? Let's have a look. Gather, request a total. 61 tokens. See, what it's doing is looking in the database to see in the site database how many tokens it's got, which has got 0. But I've programmed 61 in there, so if I set that to 0, let's now set that token. The controllers hasn't got no data. If I do a integrity check now, it should all be green, yeah? There's it. All these bits do certain things, like checks the model number, version, serial number, mode of operation, date and time, inputs, outputs, timers, time zones, and tokens. They're all green, it means the database and the controller are matching. Yeah, there is another button here you can do. There you go. What's this doing? There you go. Missed out a few. Basically, it's transmitting. I need to make that slightly different. I have changed that now because I've got a separate way here of gathering that. That's just me playing with some gauges, but it's basically looking at the parameters, reading them in. This temperature gauge works on one of my earlier models. It's got a built-in temperature sensor. That could be utilised to do battery power or anything like. Right, let's go and solo that. So the only thing I've got to look at is the access groups. It's like the time zone, but if you go on working hours, this is an older form. I've got to update this form. But this will give you, it's even got the old controllers and names are in the wrong order. You know, it's just happened there, don't you? It's just kicked in. Let's just come on there, because if we have a look at that, 2237, why does that just come on? I must have a timer enabled. No, I haven't got a timer enabled, so why does that just come on? Weird. What's made that come on, I wonder? What's it say? Status toggled on 1 from engine 49. Master, yeah. Master today, right, so it's toggled it on. Okay, token. Oh, it thinks it's read a token, look. Look at that. How's it read a token? Because I've got nothing wired, I haven't got the read head wired, so it's probably poisons. So it's picked up tokens. It says token. What's the number tokens today? Tokens on the UPass engine 2584, yeah. Tokens. I get that. Engine status ping token. I don't get that. Oh, unless. Oh, 61. Oh, it's me deleting the tokens, wasn't it? Changing the tokens. But that doesn't explain the toggled on. Right, toggled on. Let's have a look in here. Input 1. It's not set to anything. Full reception. Right, okay. Real time clock, sound, the temperature. Yeah, that's a weird one. Toggled off, toggled on. Never seen that one before, anyway. It helps to have a reader on it. That's a weird one. Right. Anyway, yeah. So this working out this thing here. I've got to update this actually. I tend not to look at this much, and it's still got the old setting in. Oh, so this is your access groups, right? So working hours. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's working hours group. So basically, you've got the same amount of engines. See that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 engines there. It's the same as them, and you've got to toggle them. You can switch them on and off. See, clear all. Are you sure? Shouldn't be doing this really. There's a lot of experimental stuff still in that bit there. Set all. Are you sure? Yeah. So basically, you can toggle times there. Yeah, so you can enable. Say if this is a server room, that's a kitchen, that's a front door, and there's a toilet. Your users, you want them to go to the kitchen and the toilet. You might not want them to go into the server room, so you could turn off the server room, right? Or you could certain time of the day. So at no time. Hang on. Right. What does that do? Working hours, yeah. So only working hours. I forgot to use this now. There it is. Right, so I've got to change this. I've updated the other forms. I haven't really updated this one. It should be like the rest of the forms. Right. Okay, so this will only let, if this access working hours group would only let them in the server room during working hours. And you can turn them on and off. That's your mapping of your doors, basically. But you can coincide with your time zones. So it can be quite clever. It's pretty standard stuff, really, on access control. Much of it, muchness, really. Right, I don't think there's anything else on here. Not really. There's lots of extra stuff that needs to come out, really. There's different modes. Yeah, you can change the mode, toggle the engine visual mode. This one here, what does this do? I need some help. Right. Yeah, if I didn't show you these flyouts, did I? So I won't. Let me minimise this. It's probably better if I minimise it. You've got these flyouts that you can hover over, which is to maximise screen real estate. You've got various sides to the thing. You see, you've got emergency. You can raise a panic alarm, lock down the site, stop egress, trigger a fire alarm if you want to, unlock the site, change the defense condition of the site. Access control site, that's emergency site. This is access control side of it. This is just like a link to the users, access groups, time zones, tokens. I didn't show you this bit yet. This is a film strip. Every time you swipe, their picture will come up here and they tell you which door they're at. I said I was going to show you that last time, but I still haven't wired the reader up. So that you got a vertical one as well, or a horizontal one. Right, so there's that, and surveillance, automation. You can run a script from here, or set a timer to trigger something. There's some spare ones. I'll take them out. I've got to go through the program and get rid of all the spare stuff. Right, so there's that, and the surveillance side of it. I haven't showed you this yet, but you can put cameras in here. Now these will probably just be the intercoms that come up. This was designed to work on an analog composite capture device and cycle through them, but no need now. Everyone's got IP cameras. So I need to add the IP camera capability into that. I don't want to record them really, but it'd be nice to bring up all the intercoms around the site. So instead of someone initiating a call, you can just have a look around. Right. Intercom. Yeah, you can bring up an intercom as well from there. Logbook. If for your security, you could do an online logbook. Well, or desktop logbook instead of writing an actual physical book. Have a look at the events. Look at reports. Go on a break. Have a tea break. And then you got your information screen. Here, which you can run a script that does stuff. Right, that's about it, isn't it? Is that it? Yeah. You can minimize it. You can put it right into the background like that if you want. So basically you can work. If I was to open something up, what shall I open? That one. Yes, if I open that up and then bring that in front, see that? You can still see behind your works. That's fully opaque, and then you can got different levels. So if you wanted to keep an eye on that, but carry on having a look down here, you'd have to make it on top. There's a mode you can set it to be always on top. So you can keep it in the corner, or you could hide it away, minimize it, or bring it back. What else can you do? Quick add. There's an Windows API on it as well. There's too much to mention really, but yeah. Event log's pretty good, extensive. You can bring up all kinds of events. Like if you want to see when time zones were adjusted, you can just click on that. Change your span and your amount of records shown and all that kind of stuff. Vehicles, security, reports, scripts. Yep, I don't know what's doing that. Right, time zones, access groups, users. You haven't really done much of them. Engine commands shows you all what's gone on with the engines. UPass commands. Oh yeah, run scripts and stuff. Engine status. Every time an engine comes on or offline, it'll tell you. Admin, what's that do? Oh, when I log into the UPass and out. Tokens gathered, tells you I've gathered some tokens. 61 tokens today, yeah. Right. Token, UPass, what's that? Run script, generate report, start up, shut down. Yeah, so I mean, it's a bit crazy. That's it, yeah. It's basically the entirety of this program. I think. Oh, you got the ability to detect engines and stuff. If you run that, it'll try and
Searching default slots for new engines. Search finished. No new engines found.
UPass set volume 4.
Issuing a broadcast request ID.
UPass set volume 4.
Speech volume set to 0.
UPass set volume 4. UPass set volume 4.
Speech volume set to 4.
Thank you. Yeah, it got a bit loud that did, didn't it? Right, yeah, so you can do search.
Searching default slots for new engines. Search finished. No new engines found. Issuing a broadcast request ID.
Yeah. So if you go to another site and you run the software, or if you take over a site and you haven't got all the parameters for all the equipment, you can search and it'll find them, and you'll be able to retrieve all the parameters and save them to this new site you've created. So you'll be able to get everything back again, basically. so you don't always need to have the file. That's it. There's nothing else on here, is there? Other than you got multiple display, you got not implemented yet, but you got the ability to just change the display mode, which will display to change the display on the controller and this end, and it'll start feeding back different kinds of information. Anyway, that's gonna about do it for that.
Thank you for using UPass.
Right, let's get back over. Right, back over to this. Oh, it's still going, that is, look. Right, switch that off. Okay, I'm going to pull that out though, because I don't pull this one out. Right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, so that's the controller that I got to make on this carousel with all the bits. I've got to make a load of that. I've got about 30 boards of them. Yeah, so that's the God. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. There's the carousel with the bits in it. And a blank board. So I'll start make some boards another day. I don't know whether to sell these as shields. Sell them as shields or complete units. It's a bit awkward. I think I'm going to have to tell people it's experimental. It's going to have to be experimental, I think. It does say on my brochure that it's experimental. Yeah, let's go on to... hang on, let's just put this... Alright, let's just go on to the website. Oh, you can't even see that, hang on. Let's get that up there. Right, here's the website. So I've been busy doing all sorts of stuff. That's their first controller. There's a bit of software, and then an early version of the intercom. So it was always going to be part of the system and the circuit board design. You got a reseller section, and you can see that brochure. I've had these brochures made. I've got to make a new one actually. So it gives you all the features, everything else. Still referencing the RG PLC, which I don't do that now. All this information that used to be on here is now going to be over on there as soon as I get round to it. Right, so then you've got this is the center. Right, so it gives you a bit of introduction and then the idea with the intercom and all the rest of it. So that's that. I've got to make a new one for the new controller. Lots of changes to do. And of course you got this is one of the first business cards. I've got slightly changed it now, but yeah, I haven't updated that. Never quite update it. Download area. This is still linking to the. I used to have two sites: the RGPLC site with all the software on, and that's going to link to that, which is no longer available. So I've got to add all. I've still got the code. I have to put the HTML web pages on here and put the tabs in and everything. And you got your software. It's a bit of an overview. Alright, your engines, all about your engine. Probably out of date. I've got to do loads of updates on that. Guides. Yeah, help with UPass with video tutorials and guides. And there's a roadmap. This again was going to take you to that other site, so it needs to come to this site. I wanted to keep them separate really, but the cost of running two sites is just a waste of money really at this stage. Right, so that is that. Oh, I'll tell you what, I haven't showed you. Let me show you. Right, here we go. Here we go. So you got an online shop as well. An online shop. It's got a few things on it. Don't sell nothing. There's nothing available to buy. So, but just a matter of setting it up. I lost the original one I did, so I've had to start again. So you got your controller. Didn't know it was that price. That's an old price. You got your readers, cards. I don't think I got anything else on here tab wise. Oh yeah. No, I started filling this in again. This is open cart. This is. It takes a bit to get it running, like to get it set up right. I think it's set up there now. I think it is set up. And you got a dashboard and all sorts of stuff. That's your dashboard, and then you got other dashboards. Yeah, so there's loads of stuff on here. Right, that is gonna do it, I think. Yeah, it was supposed to be a short video, wasn't it? Gone on and on and on. Oh well, can't help being too sad. But anyway, right, I'll end it there. So. Yeah, all this is just to get to the audio video intercom. That's all this is. But this worked out okay. And you can see the components. It clicks, and as it clicks, it goes over the hole. And once you're back around here, and you can just do the top layer as well. Was I doing the top layer? Was I doing all of them? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it does do the bottom layer, doesn't it? And the top layer. Yeah, it's a weird thing to get your head round. Anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be it. So what you'll see, the next thing you'll see going on really is going to be milling out the wood, so I can mount all this intercom stuff into the cowl, and I need to set up a couple of cowls, couple of intercoms, and then work on the audio and the video side of it, and try and get a system that works. And then that's supposed to be the hard bit, but the hard bit is selling it after, or getting someone interested in it. That's the hard bit. Making it sounds like the hard bit, but I assure you it isn't. I've had a working prototype since 2012 for an access control reader system, and I did sell a couple. 2018, sold a couple to the work, and been in a constant state of research and development as I keep adding features, feature creep and different things. Gotta have some fun with it as well, Right, I'm gonna go now and see if I can catch some series to watch for a bit. Thanks for watching. I've been Dave from UPass. Slightly mad inventor stroke whatever crazy person wasting his time on this, but anyway, something to do, isn't it? Alright then, ta-ra for now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.